Best of show.
Yes, best of show. This is the car that is taking over social media at the moment. What's up guys, Supercar Blondie here in the Bugatti stand at the Geneva International Motor Show. This is the showstopper. Take a look at this. 6 exhaust pipes. This is not a car that Bugatti has made and they're looking for a buyer. They have found the buyer. It is already sold for $19 million. This is now the most expensive new car on the market. Of course, there are other cars in the world that are more expensive, like the classics. Why is it worth that much? Bugatti has been for a long time the pinnacle of luxury and power. This is something even the most wealthy people in the world have trouble getting their hands on. This is still super exclusive brand. You know, even with the Chiron, there are only a few hundred units made. With the Divo, there are only 40. And with this car, this is only one. They are pushing those limits. What is a hypercar going to be worth in future? It started at $11 million, but with tax and all of the, you know, import duties, etc., it has now gone up to $19 million. This is just a body at the moment, something that they've just mocked up in a few weeks. There's no door handle. That's because at the moment there is no interior. The interior is still all being designed. We're about to speak to the head designer of Bugatti because he is responsible for this incredibly sleek design. And then this line that runs from the front of the car all the way down, including the windshield wiper here. That's an ode to the original black vehicle. So what kind of design features they took from that original car and has been reborn here today. We are here with the lead designer of Bugatti, Achim. So nice to see you. Did I pronounce your name right?
Nice to meet you.
Did I get it okay?
Yes.
Your name? Okay,
Yes.
Sweet. All right, let's get going. The actual car will be ready in 2021, correct?
Correct. This is just a design mock-up that we built in a matter of 12 weeks, actually.
Wow.
It's only 3 months ago we sat down with the client and told him this is what we want to do for Geneva. Would you be interested to acquire this project?
Now, how does something like this come about? Is this from Bugatti that they said, okay, we want to design a one-off model, and then you find a buyer for that? Or does that come from the buyer who requests something like this?
It's the first. We think what we want to celebrate during 110 years Bugatti, and we finish the project virtual, and then we show it to a client and say, would you be interested to be with us in Geneva for this project?
Okay.
And if the answer is yes, then we say, okay, let's push the button and let's make at least a design model to put it onto the show, and then the customer will receive his car 2.5 years later.
When we're talking about one-off models of Bugatti, is there anything like this that's existed before?
Certainly not for our brand, and I think the advent of our new president, Stefan Winkelmann, really allowed us to venture into these kind of projects like Divo and La Voiture Noire, and also this philosophy of a haute couture strategy that the Chiron really becomes our entry drug, where there's still very limited amount of customers, of 300 customers worldwide.
Yeah, and then 40 of the
And then
Divo.
40 and then 1. And this could be an haute couture strategy that could be very much fitting to our brand, and also in terms of pricing, creating something similar that happened 15 years ago, you know, where every other supercar was 300,000 euro, and all of a sudden there was a Vero with a price point of $1 million. What happened then? Everybody else followed into that region because that's how the world developed, and there was a market for these kind of products.
So you think we're going to see more $19 million cars?
I don't want to say that, but I like that we're adjusting the potential of our brand into very extreme limits, fair to say.
Yeah.
But it proves the point that it is possible if the product is so exclusive and done with so utmost care that the customer sees it as something that is valuable for his collection, not only today or in 10 years, but also in 50 years' time.
And when we see this fully built, will we see the same color scheme in 2021, or might all of that change?
This is a really good question. It will be exactly this configuration.
Yeah.
And this is nice for a car designer, because normally we have to get our head around, does this also work in white, in silver, in yellow, in light blue, anthracite?
Yeah. Does it have the same effect?
Visible carbon fiber, all colors there. Here we know what we're dealing with, and that's why I can concentrate as a designer on the foreground and the background reading, on the first read, second read, third read. And the first read are the DNA elements, the second read is the proportion, obviously, and then I get more into the depth of the car and into the materiality.
Right.
But I know all this will happen forever like that, because it will only stay black.
Ah, perfect.
It will always work in this concept. The visible carbon fiber is not visible in a first glance. Everybody thinks when you come close, if you really put some light on it, you see there's still visible carbon underneath. And everything else is tinted on top of it, which is not that easy. If you have tint in your clear coat, you're tinting a couple of times too many, and then it's almost black.
It's all,
you know
it's
what
gone.
I mean? Everything has to be completely smooth and homogeneous.
Yeah, so just to get that design aesthetic, they have to be super careful. It's about one layer too much or one layer too little. If you have not enough tinting, then you're going to see too much carbon fiber. If you have too much, you're not going to see it at all.
Then it looks great.
Yeah, and it's just that balance between seeing it and not seeing it from afar. A normal rim that we would see, we would really only see these spokes, these main spokes, here, here, here.
Exactly.
Now you've got all of these additional bits coming out. So what do you mean by these are the most critical pieces in here and not these ones?
Meaning these ones can be ultra light
Right.
and hollow from the back and hollowed out.
Okay,
But the strength load is carried somewhere else.
right.
And this leads to a different kind of aesthetic. And this technical development could be very much Bugatti.
I mean, this we've never seen before. It's like a spider web in here. It's incredible.
My engineers really like me for that idea. But the idea comes from them.
Yeah?
But we have asked if we can please put it on a show car in order to get working on that subject and translate it into production.
To see how it actually works in real life. Yeah, okay, so we might be seeing these rims before 2021.
I hope so.
That's cool. Thank you very, very much for your time. I really appreciate it. And I really appreciate this car. It's just beautiful, and the lucky owner, man. We got to track him down, and see who, or her, we never know, him or her, and see who is actually behind this incredible car. But for now, the man of the hour. Thank you very much, Alan. You've been a champion. Thank you.
It's a stunning design because it's about proportions and it's about elegance and it's very puristic. And one of the elements which are important for a Bugatti, there should never be one line too many. And this is what we realize. So it's smooth, but also very recognizable. So there are three distinctive elements when you have a Bugatti. There's the horseshoe in the front.
Yes.
You have the Bugatti line on the side.
The C here, yes.
You have the center line. These are the three elements which make a Bugatti always immediately recognizable, even if there is no logo.
You say there are only three real elements that a Bugatti needs. What about this? Is this not going to be a running theme as well into the future, this line?
We never disclose the future projects, but what I can tell you that our designers, they have so many ideas, and every time they're showing us something, it's every time stunning that we fall in love. So I don't know what is coming next.
It's going to be something exciting, I know. I just wanted to say thank you very much for making this happen for us today, to be able to see this incredible one-off, and of course into the Devo as well, Mr. Stefan Winkelmann. Big thank you to you. I appreciate it. Go just hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel, because this is where you're going to get the craziest supercars and hypercars in the world. All right, love you guys. I'm out.